In today's tutorial, we are going to make these tiny figures, imaginary ones, out of some splashes or stains of colors. I will explain the entire process throughout the video. Hi friends, I am VanidasMangathil and let us learn watercolors together. If you are new to my channel or if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and press the bell notification. Without further ado, let us go to the tutorial. I am using a small piece of 300 GSM cold pressed watercolor paper, and I am starting with some random colors. In this case, I am starting with some kind of purple red kind of a color, and I am trying to splash some colors on the paper, and I try to get into the size of a tiny figure. So that is an attempt. Otherwise, I am letting it to go random. But I wanted to place it around the center, and the size of the splash I am trying to control. But I will not get, or you will not get precise control. Okay. Right. So here the idea is that there are some kind of shapes formed from these sprinkles of colors, splashes of colors, and all those unwanted colors drops. Let us wipe it out with the tissue paper, right? And this is our initial triggering point. I am trying to see some figures in these tiny dots of colors. Okay, so here what I am doing is that I am just taking a damp paper and I am trying to make some kind of a figure out of this the dots or the splashes. So I find two figures here, some tiny dark dots for the head and some shape reddish purple color for the body. See, this is not the actual colors. The actual color will differ. Here my attention is only to get some identifiable shapes. I'm trying to develop these dots into shapes. That is the only thing that I'm doing now. Okay, adding some legs. See, I would suggest, I would like to say that this is not a perfect figure that I am going to do. This is not going to be a perfect one. This is a way of practicing it by which you can develop your visual sense, and if you develop your imagination, and you can come out with the different ideas of people walking, different ways in which people maybe perform some actions. They may travel in a bike or bicycle or whatever. Okay, here this shape I am little confused. I will convert that into two people. Maybe they are very close together. Okay, so maybe another guy here. See, there is no reason behind why I do it this way, because that is how I felt it. Okay, I just felt it, and I just am trying to go for it. Okay, you try to get a feeling. Okay, where I mean, what you see it in these dots. See, surely you will see something. So if you are not able to see, means you may need little bit more practice. Because if you are very new to this approach, you may find it difficult to visualize. But once after some initial struggles, and if you still proceed with your practice, I'm sure you will be able to see more and more actions, people, etc. In your successive attempts. Okay, so please try it. Okay, you're playing with your imagination. You're playing with your visual brain of. So you will surely get it developed. Okay, I think you get a silhouette of figures now doing some actions. Now let us clarify it with little bit more colors, adding some darker color for the hairs, and wherever the shadows are there, I'm adding some touches of dark. Okay, so maybe this is the next level of clarity that I'm going to define. Sometimes I may act a little slow because see, wherever I still have a lot of vagueness, lesser clarity, I might take some time to actually take a decision where to put the dots, where to make it dark, etc. But yeah, I see, if you don't get it right, even if you try and if you don't get it right, it is fine. I don't get it right always. Okay, I make a lot of mistakes. But the thing is, if you make 10 attempts and if you are getting some convincing figures out of, say, 4 attempts, 3 attempts, or even 1 attempt, I think it's a gain. It's a win. Okay. Just adding some darker colors. Deciding the color is little challenging to me. Okay, so I don't really worry too much about the color of the shirt, color of the pants, trousers, whatever it is. Okay. This is maybe is going in a two-wheeler, and this is the back view, rear view, and I have defined the tail lamp with red color, and maybe some red color for this figure. Okay, and some red color for this figure. See, I mean, maybe we'll add red color silhouette for this particular figure. This is not here. The focus is on getting the shapes and getting some convincing moments. Okay, so if you are also getting the colors right, it is an added bonus. But I wouldn't worry too much if the colors go wrong. Okay. I'm just varying colors from whatever colors I have in my palette. Okay, but main focus is on the shapes. Okay. By the way, I'm using a watercolor called Aquatone watercolors, and the paper that I'm using is an Indian brand of watercolor paper, which is called Chitrapat. It's around 300 GSM, cold pressed 100% cotton watercolor paper. And the brush that I am using right now is a synthetic round brush, Escoda Prado number 8. See, the precise brushes, the precise brand of colors, paper, etc. doesn't matter. It is what matters is how you practice it. I mean, the way how frequently you practice, how involved you are when you do the practice, how diligently you practice. All those things matters than the precise brand of materials. Right. See, I'm happy with whatever figures I got it. So if you practice it, it may happen that you might repeatedly get the same kind of figures, but that's okay. Okay, now we are doing it without any story in the mind. But if you do the same exercise with some story in our mind, like that, suppose you initially imagine that, okay, I'll be making a beach scene with some people sitting, some people standing and walking, then you might get slightly different idea. You might get some sitting pose also. Okay, it is up to, depending upon your idea, the shapes that you get may differ. If you are finding it interesting and if you are finding value in this, please do subscribe and press the bell notification. Please do share this to your friend artists who may also benefit from this. And if you have any questions, suggestions or comments, please do write them into the comment box below. I'll be more than happy to respond to your comments and give feedback. Okay. This is thick orange color to represent the face and expose the body parts. Okay. So, as I told earlier, the precision is not important. It's suggestivity. I value the suggestivity. That means, see, whatever the marks that you make should be suggestive enough to create an illusion. That is the idea. Okay, and be exploring. Experiment. Even if it fails, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to give some washes for the ground. Okay, using a big mop brush. So this is not a planned one. So even if it fails, don't worry. That is how you will develop your, judgment skills. Judging, you can judge it better if you practice more. Okay, so I know that this didn't come out well, but I am still happy. So with this washes, I somehow get a feeling that it could be working, it could work as a wet piece of land. So let us sort of add some reflections. Okay, that is the idea. And not precision, just this is an opportunity to work on your ideas. That is the thing. Okay, don't try to make it precise. See, the moment your target is to make it precise, you become more and more conscious, and then your imagination and your creativity doesn't come that it doesn't flow that well. All right, so try to try to experiment, and be ready to accept mistakes. Okay, just practice, just do whatever your mind says, your instinct, impulse says. Do that, practice it. Okay, I know this reflection has went too dark and it doesn't really read that well, but I am happy. Okay, so please do practice. And if it is a serious work, I would be more and more very careful. I would be more careful if it was a serious work. But this is a practice, and at the time of practice, I wanted to do new things, untried things, and to learn. So the objective of practice is to learn. Okay, so not to make it perfect. If you are making mistakes, you should be happy. When you're practicing, if you are making mistakes, you should be happy that you learned something. Okay. Some white highlines, white watercolors picked directly from the tube and applied. It will kind of spread. It will smudge. So it's okay. If you don't want to do this white application of white colors, you can avoid it. Okay, it is not mandatory, right? Yes, I think we are pretty much done, and then I would like to mostly close it. Okay, just some final touches here and there, and we can treat it as closed. What about creating an umbrella just to one of these figures? See, other figures, unfortunately the hand positions that we have made is doesn't support holding an umbrella. So only this guy probably can hold an umbrella on his left hand probably. So I'm just trying to hold an umbrella. Since it is a wet land and some reflections we are shown, it suggests that it is still kind of drizzling or slightly raining. So holding an umbrella makes sense. Again, it's an opportunity to practice drawing umbrellas. Just suggestivity, not precision. Okay. See, these tiny figures are usually done in a suggestive way, not in a precise way. Maybe some lighter highlights can make it read better. Because when you see the umbrella from this side, in this particular view, you will find a lighter area and the darker area. So you have to do both lighter and darker colors to make it read better. Right. I think we will stop at this point, and I will treat this work as done. So thank you very much for staying with me. I hope you had something to learn from this. Please do practice. I am not saying that you should target for this same result. You accept whatever is the splashes that you get, whatever is the shapes you get. Try to develop based on that. This can be taken as a demonstration of the approach, and you grab the approach from this and apply that idea to your own splashes of colors and to get your own version of the figures. So thank you very much. We'll see you in the next video.